what is the reason that you ended up, leaving your leaving work and starting a degree again? That's the thing. Like it's like you're going to square one almost. It seems like that. So what's the
Yeah.
reason you came to this place?
Let's just say, like, you remember the time I told you, like, a little bit early in the conversation, like, a client actually told me, like, hey, you could be really good at law. You have this kind of a talent, innate
Yeah.
talent. So that's when it started grinding for me. And then I was like, wait, because in these certain startups, as I said, money became an issue later on because I wanted to make more. I wanted to live a little bit of a better life, like finer things in life, to put it
Mm,
blindly. And I have a huge bike obsession, right? And all the bikes that I really want to own, they cost a lot of money, and there's no way I'm making it in a startup.
mm,
Absolutely no chance. So I was
mm,
like, okay, let's see what I have to go back to the drawing board and figure out how my life is going to be.
mm,
Then I took a break for about 3, 4 months. I ended up leaving the company and took a break for 3, 4 months.
mm,
And that's when my friend really told, like, you know what, why don't you go for law? And I was like,
mm,
wait, hold on. Our client said this to me earlier. And then I told him the entire incident of whatever happened. And he was like, yeah, you know what? You could really do well in this. You could either go for contract law, you can go for international law, even criminal also, because your
mm.
dad is one. So both my parents are advocates. So I was like, okay, why not make it a third one? Let me be the third member to finally do it. And
Why
then I
not?
went and told my, yeah, then I came back and I told my dad, like, you know what, I want to do law. The smile on his face, my gosh, I've never seen my father more proud of me ever in my
Yeah,
life.
obviously, obviously.
Because he wanted me to do engineering, I said no. He wanted me to do CA, I said no. He wanted me to do medical, I was like no. And then finally something which he never ever told, but he's doing it. And then one fine day I'm just coming and telling him, you know what, let me do exactly what you're doing. And he was like, yeah, you know what, go ahead, go ahead and do it. I will fund your full education. You don't have to ask mom about anything. You go ahead and do it. I will take care of everything. I'll take care of. I was like, okay, fine, let's go. I've never seen my father ever happy so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, like after completing this, of course, I have to do masters, and I don't know if a PhD will be in my kind of vision. Might be. I might end up doing it because I am interested in international law and criminal law very much. So I
Mm,
might end up doing a PhD in one of those later on.
mm. So how does it feel being a student again? Now, does it feel different for you?
It's in terms of money, yeah, it is very difficult because imagine for 2 years you never ask your parents for a single dime,
Yeah,
and then
yeah, yeah,
suddenly
yeah.
2 years later you're just like, hey dad, hey mom, I need kind of cash for today for putting fuel for having food as well. So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is very hard. It still is hard. Like I'm not able to swallow that. So let's just say it's kind of my own pride that I'm not
Mm,
able to handle that, but it is kind of difficult. And especially like when friends say, like, you know what, let's go out somewhere, let's go for a ride, let's go have food in this place, there's a new restaurant is opened and all. I have to deny and I have to be like, yeah, I don't really have money for that. I know my parents will give, but then again, my own ego is not allowing to ask them. Like I didn't really don't want to ask them for much.
it's very weird to ask after after you have that working, no? When you
Exactly.
actually end up earning money, after that you go back to square one of asking parents. It feels weird.